Howdy YouTubers, welcome back to another Magic Arena Avatar draft, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you're liking the content, as it helps greatly with people discovering me, as I'm still quite young in my YouTube journey. Anyway, with that said and done, let's head on into our pack one pick one. We've got a White Lotus tile. It's a mythic, I'm not too sure that's really for the limited thing. And one mana, only one colour, but greatest number of creatures. Obviously, if you've got a lot of ally go wide stuff, it's probably quite good, but I'm not too sure if that's really, like say, for limited. Whenever this creature or another ally you control enters, you gain life, and if this is the second time it's resolved, draw a card. I don't mind that, though I have done the ally thing quite a few times. I could take, I guess, just some black stuff, but I think I'd still take that one in case I go into like a different colour. Serpent of the Past, or even Raven Eagle. Isn't that supposed to be quite good with flying? Whenever this creature enters or attacks, exile up to one target card from a graveyard, and if a creature card is exiled, you create a clue. And whenever you draw your second card each turn, each opponent, like, that's just a very good card, isn't it? Like, there's also the Serpent of the Past, which I do quite like. They obviously need to be very heavy into the lessons, so it's the blue-red lessons. But 3 mana, 2/3 flyer that exiles and gets clues. That's a pretty good rate, I would say. So again, could be in the draw 2. Doesn't have to necessarily be that, I think, but yeah, I think I'd take that. Could even be white, black, possibly. Tundra, tank. Firebending, maybe not. There's some board wipe, maybe. Path Redemption, some nice white removal-ish passivism. Court Corrupt Officials, fine. What's this? Tiny Prowess. When it attacks, you can pay 1. When you do, target creature can't block. Maybe I can try some kind of white-black sacrifice. Or do I want to go into something like I don't mind the white passivism, it's fine. Obviously it can still crew vehicles, and your opponent's creatures can still be used for water bending, but it's fine. Red, black. I don't mind this, though. I know, I kind of feel like it's only really good if you can trigger raid. There's a Pretending Poxbearers if we want to again kind of stick with the sacrifice. There's a Soul there actually, which is probably quite nice for some black removal, which I think I'm probably just going to take here. Another Tundra tank. So this is for good sacrifice. Whenever High Bay enters or attacks, you may sacrifice another creature or artifact. If you do, put 2 counters on High Bay. And when High Bay leaves, put its counters on target creature. So yeah, maybe we can do some black, white sacrifice stuff. Because again, it works with the artifacts, clues, and there's a Nazula Lies, Always Lies, which is quite nice. So yeah, maybe we can get some black-white action happening. 3-drop flyer, that scries. The Hog Monkey's not that bad. 3 mana, 3/3, that can eventually be a 5/4. Could just take the Daily, but I think they pick up quite late. They can sometimes wheel. I guess just having a bit of a fly with some upsides probably okay here. Hog Monkeys, I think, generally wheel also. Wolf Bat. Is this a sacrifice thing? Whenever you draw your second card, you can pay 1. If you do, return this card from your graveyard with a finality counter. So I guess you can use it as a kind of sacrifice ability, like additional cost, and then get it back later. So that's probably something. Again, there's another hog monkey, so a couple of them flying around at the moment. So let's just take the wolf bat here. Kyoshi Warriors is okay. Actually, it's probably a land, which might be the better. Like, this is just replaceable, I think. Yes, it makes a 1-1, which is, again, more sacrifice fodder, but yeah, not too fussed about that. I think I'll just take the fixing. So, I guess this is still fine. 2-mana 2/2. That, if I get some more allies, but might be replaced at this stage. But again, it's just a 2-drop, because obviously that's the only ally that I currently have. So yeah, what am I looking for? There is the 1-mana removal, sack a creature, kill a creature. That's probably actually pretty good with some sacrifice stuff. So might as well take the Fatal Fissure. It's a nice pickup there. I don't think there's any free sacrifice abilities that I can recall, but there might be. So I think the thing with the sacrifice deck that it can sometimes be a bit awkward to try and actually trigger some stuff. I guess I'll just take an Ang's Journey. I'm not going to be splashing any of them. Okay, Hog Monkey or Platypus Bear. Enters mill 2 as long as there is a lesson in your graveyard that can attack. Guess I stick with the black instead of the fan. Though making some clues does help as well, so I need to be maybe wary of some kind of clue generator. Boomerang or Battle Fan now. I guess I'll take a Battle Fan. Tap target creature, it's like, not sure if that's really worth it. Makes a 1/1. Not amazing, so I'll just put it in the sideboard for the time being, because I think I could probably get something better as we're still only into pack 1. Tundra Tank, maybe. I guess it's a crew 1, which is 4/4. If I've got like a creature that I want to attack, like the High Bay, that I just want to get some kind of sacrifice, can give it kind of indestructible for a turn at least. I don't know if there's any black draw in the set. I can't remember whether it is all just in blue. Ko the Face Stealer. When Ko enters, exile up to one other target creature, so it doesn't have to be yours. And then whenever another non-token creature dies, you may exile it. You can pay a life, choose a creature card, exile with Ko, and then Ko has all activate abilities of the last chosen card. Like, I'll take it, but I don't know if there's actually many, if any. Well, I guess it's triggered ability as well. So there are like attack abilities with Boulder, I suppose. So yeah, actually it's probably a pretty good one to take here. Epic Downfall, Corrupt Court Official. Epic Downfall's probably what I'm going to be taking here, though obviously it's removal, but restricted removal. There's Azuko's Exile. Like Corrupt Court Official is probably what I'd look at wanting to wheel here, but my removal is very slim, so I need to take that. A Long Feng Whenever another creature you control or land you control is put into a graveyard from a battlefield, put a counter on target creature. That's fine. That works with kind of the sacrifice stuff. There's a beetle, which is also the sacrifice synergy one. There's Zuko, that I'm not too sure that really works with what I'm doing here. So yeah, the Long Feng Grand Secretariat. Pretty good, but I need to keep an eye out for actually abilities to, like ways to sacrifice. That's what I'm missing at the moment. Temple. Whenever another shrine you can try. I don't think on that. Could take the Vindictive Warden, or maybe just a bigger creature. There's Kyoshi Warriors for a 4-drop. But I think if I'm trying to go sacrifice, I'll stick with creatures that actually work more in line with it. Canyon Crawler is fine. Actually, Barrel Blasting is also kind of fine, mainly for, oddly enough, the 5. Again, you're sacrificing that as removal, but I think I'll just take a Land Cycler at this point. Another Path. Actually, Swamp Snare Trap might be better than the Path, though obviously Path is more permanent if put on a larger creature versus the Swamp Snare, but I think I'm going to stick with more black over white. Feels like I'm getting more black past this way. Another Canyon Crawler. Jet Washing for... Jet Washing? Yeah, Jet Washing. Very clean jet. The jet brainwashing, I mean, is act of treason, but again, I don't have any ways to sack, like, without attacking, I suppose, but I'll just take some removal, so not removal, some combat tricks, and again, the act of treason was more in line with red, so, okay, now I've got a Pirate Peddler. I know what I'm missing. I'm missing the Trebuchets. The Trebuchets would be pretty good in this set, actually. My 3-drop is very heavy at the moment. There's an Azula's, which is pretty handy. White Shrine now, but don't think so. To take some situational removal. This Path Voyager might not be played. There's another 3-drop. Kind of want to take the Exile, to be honest. Again, more removal. Like, don't think any of these are really relevant, but I guess it's uncommon, so there might be more exiles on the way, but guess I take this one. That's more of the draw 2, which doesn't feel like it's in white, but I don't think I want to take the land. Yeah, I don't think I want the Vindictive Warden. I don't think that's worth it either, but I'll put it in the deck for time. Like, I'd rather maybe just have that instead of the Musicians. Aang's Iceberg Flash. Enchantment enters, exile to 1 other target permanent, non-land permanent, until it leaves, and it has Waterbend 3 to sacrifice scry 2. So just some nice removal. O-ring. So what else have we got? There's another Sold Out, which is not going to wheel for sure. There's a 2-drop Deserter, which I'm not going to wheel either. Yeah, not a great pack. I guess there's the Vengeful Villagers, actually. That generally wheels. People don't seem to pick up that, so that actually might wheel. That then replaces the Musicians, but I think I'll just take a Flash O-ring. Another Fancy Footwork. Airbending Lesson, draw card. Not that bad. Oh, this is, as an additional cost to cast this, you may Waterbend 4. All creatures get -2 until the end of turn. And if the cast was cost, whenever a creature dies, you gain a life. Not too sure about that. But it might, like, I kind of just want to take Airbending Lesson as, like, again, protection and just a cycler. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take the Airbend lesson. Another Zuko, Tolls of War. Whenever this enchantment enters, create a clue, and then whenever you sacrifice a permanent during your turn. Lovely, that's exactly what I'm looking for here on the wheel. Again, Pirate Peddlers would be a nice pickup. Don't mind the Zhongzhong's Deserters, honestly. It's a 2-drop common. Might even be better than the Voyager, as it's basically bigger. But the Tolls of War, nice pickup here. Ozai's Cruelty or a Sandstorm. Two damage, discard 2. It's okay, but it's such a bad card later on where the games kind of like linger and there's your opponents just have nothing. So I've got 15 creatures, quite a lot of instant sorceries. I guess I'll take it, or actually I'll just take the Sandbender Storm. Azula, that's quite a nice one actually. Token, oh there's a Swamp Snare. Azula's pretty good, I think. Just being able to get clues. Again, I've got quite a bit of removal. I don't know if I really want another Swamp Snare, so I've got one. Sold out. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take the Azula. Hog Monkey. Yeah, this pack is pants. This is not for me. Don't think I want a third Hog Monkey. Guess I'll just take that card. An Ozai, another Ozai's, or a Foggy Swamp Hunter. No point in taking the Village, not got any green. I guess I could take Compassionate Healer, which actually again might just be better than the Voyage. We'll see. So Yip Corrupt Official, actually that's quite a nice one. Again, probably better than any of these allies at this point. Merchant is, again, possible. Could be a possibility. Guess I'll take a Beetle, but probably don't want both of them. Barrels maybe if I'm running short on removal. Okay, so it doesn't look like the 4-drop sack a creature when it attacks. So someone else might also have been sort of doing a similar thing to what I was. Not the end of the world. Again, would have just been a nice to have. Fancy Footwork, probably don't want that. It's more for the go wide aggro. Don't think, I'm not too sure about the Glider Kids, so maybe take the Glider Kid. Though it does scry, can hit in the air. But yeah, I need to remove quite a lot of what we've got going on here. Let me just add in the Glider Kids. I guess I'll just add those two as well. What did I add? Oh, well, anyway, let's split it up and creatures. Creature. Oh, deleted it all. Creature. So yeah, I've got a lot of instant sorceries, which I don't need. So I probably don't need 2 Beetles, though again, it does work with sacrificing. Probably don't need 2 Bats, maybe. Earth, Village, Ruffian. So yeah, probably don't want these 2. Again, Merchant is probably quite nice for sacrificing and getting back later. It's probably easier to do actually than the Wolf Bats. Though obviously the advantage of the Wolf Bats is flying. Probably actually don't want 2 Hog Monkeys. Though it does work with High Bay and the Beetles with counters, so I might keep 1. Can probably go 16 lands with a canyon crawler and an Ang's journey. Don't really think the Tundra tank's what I'm wanting to do. Fancy footwork, that's the one I can take out. Still need to remove 3 cards or 2 cards. Maybe I don't need the airbending lesson. Fatal Fissure I think I do keep, again for sacrificing. And again, kind of get like a return on it if you're trading away. So the Ruffians maybe I don't need. Is that 15 creatures is probably good. So I need to get rid of 1 more. Honestly, might just be the Path of Redemption. Because I quite like, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 removal spell, and obviously 6, so maybe 6 is quite a lot. Again, I wouldn't really say this is a removal spell, it's nice, it's just a nice combat trick, having like a permanent counter on your creatures afterwards, again, which will work with Hog Monkeys, kind of giving it menace, or just putting on a fly which can go over the top of some ground creatures. Actually, maybe the Foggy Swamp Hunters is not really, but then I don't really have any other 4-drops that I would want to replace it with, so maybe but then obviously putting a bat in with the lack of like draw, so I kind of want to keep that 4-drop. What am I removing? Tolls of War, don't think so. It actually kind of works with that, but doesn't have to be. It's just nice to have, I suppose. It's a clue, and then with the sacrifice bits, with the sacrifice things I'm kind of trying to do, it kind of is probably good to have. Because creating the allies, it's just more sacrifice fodder. So maybe it's just the Path of Redemption at this point. Or even just the Sandbender Storm, that might not be the best thing, because actually the Path of Redemption is quite nice on lands, though obviously can be removed because I think there probably is some kind of enchantment removal in the format. And again, the Sandbender Storm can potentially be a creature at a later date. So, yeah, was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 removal? Unless I just take out the gliders. Maybe the gliders just doesn't do anything for me. But then it would be going down to 14 creatures, which is... Yeah, I think I'm just going to take out the Path of Redemption, as weird as it kind of sounds. It's either that or the Tolls of War, but I feel like that might be more beneficial. And again, I don't really want to remove any more creatures, so... Oops, I think I need to keep it like that. So let's add in some lands. So the Palm Oasis. And I guess I'll just go down. So 7 versus 10. Probably doesn't need to be like that. I could probably still go 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I guess I do have a lot of double black. I do have a Swamp Cycler actually as well. 6, 7, 7, 10. 3 difference. Very heavy black. So yeah, let's just see what that is. So 16 lands with an Ang's Journey and a land cycler. Yeah. Feel like I'm missing some nice removal, the sacrifice removal, but hoping to get a couple of wins. So let's head on into some games and see how the deck behaves. Straight in there with a match as we go into round number 1 with our Abzan sacrifice. So tap land, very big curve, but on the play. Don't think I'm going to have to mulligan. So turn 2 Ang's Journey. Probably want to grab a plains, or do I just get more swamps? Like, I don't think I've even got double white, do I? So, but it's probably better still to just grab another white at this stage of the plains. Oh dear, very quick 1 drop, 2 drop from the opponent here now. So yeah, need to get up to 6 mana pretty quickly here, I think now. Oh, very, very good curve from the opponent. 1, 2 drop, 3, yeah. Okay, not complaining about the lands being drawn, but not too sure if I'm going to be able to outdo them here. So I need to attack with the Azula, get a trigger and a clue. I'm assuming they're going to attack with both, maybe. Then high bay sacrifice. Unless I... Six, yeah. Actually, I'm probably dead next turn. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ugh, yeah. If I actually attack with the Azula, I'm actually dead. That's really unfortunate. So yeah, if they've got any kind of removal, so not removal, if they've got just a couple of spells, that'll be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow, what a curve. So yeah, even if I draw a remove, if I had gone removal, I don't know if I would have done that well, but okay, they're just exactly, yeah. Wow, what a curve, what a high roll. Like, how often do they get to do that? I don't know, but very, very lucky for the opponent there. Gosh, very, very lucky. Oh well, and again, I didn't think my curve was that bad, but again, I don't think I'm even doing any better than what I probably could do. So hopefully just don't go up against any more decks that are like that, and hopefully just give me a few extra turns. That's the thing. I think if I maybe got some removal, then I probably would have been alright, but we'll never know. Anyway, let's head on into the next round. Welcome back for round number 2. See if we are on the draw. We are first with both our colours, and I probably do an Angs on turn 2 still, depending on what we draw, because I don't need to get the Tolls of White straight away, as I don't have anything to utilise it. So yeah, it's just Angs. Get another swamp, I think. But the opponent probably thinks we are mono black or something into a 2-2. I don't think I want to use my removal at the moment, though can get a bit scary if they have a low curve. Though also on, there's still also on Abzan as well. We've drawn nothing but lands. Kind of want to hold that. I think I'm just gonna get rid of the enthusiast just to slow the pressure down at this point. Though I can beetle next turn, but God, where are my early game creatures? Like my curve is not that high. Okay, do I 5 drop or wait? I guess I do 5 drop, but it's probably not going to stick around for long. So what does this one do? Put a count on each creature. Guess I will draw, see what I get first. Get a 1-1 from the tolls. Last bit too, turn 2 behind, so let's just make them discard a card or something like that, if they want to do anything like that. Well, let's see what they've got. I guess it could have the... Not even sure if I want to sacrifice anything, honestly. Because if they've got removal, they're going to use it regardless, I would assume. No, they've got some kind of trick. Or not. Or maybe they've got a board wipe incoming. They could have that white board wipe, though there obviously is the... I think it's a mythic black, or is it rare black saga with board wipe? So yeah, I feel like there's a board wipe incoming, because why would you chump? Yeah, there we go. It's mythic as well. Yep. I knew it. What does it say? Choose card name, search opponent's blah 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 blah. Yep. Just play a 6-drop. The question is, what do they... Canyon Crawler, well, I don't have any more of them. Those probably good one to name, as people probably do run a few of the land cycling creatures. They obviously do know that what I've got incoming. Their own Canyon Crawler, sure. That doesn't do much here. Guess... I'd still trade away, because all we're going to do is face off to each other. That's fine. This transforms actually into a 5/5, but probably still need to kill it. And sure, take 6. Down to 12. Touche. need to kill that, unfortunately. And I guess I'll shrink one of them, though I suppose I could... No, I think I need to shrink one of them and wait. I guess I could have attacked him, but oh no, I can't because it's a 3 power. And the merchant, sure. Ooh, land from me. So they're more black-white allies by the looks of things. Hog monkey. That's probably better than a random. And I'll play that out in case they have discard of some sort. Well, make them have something. Because they clearly have. Oh yeah, I'm dumb. Completely forgot about that. Yeah. Well, that was a massive blow, and I don't think I'll come back from that, unfortunately. Let's just scoop that up. Yeah, completely forgot. Don't see the lands that often, so I think, yeah, I need to be more aware. I haven't noticed it at the start. I was like, oh, what does that do? Oh yeah, puts counters on stuff, and then yeah. Well, this deck is not doing particularly well, and again, I don't have a massive curve. Like maybe I just need to add in some more removal, add the removal in, and take out what? The tolls maybe? I guess it's not doing too much. Yes, I get to sacrifice stuff, but I guess if I'm not having any board presence to trigger it, maybe I should just have some removal. Like in that situation there, the passivism would have been much better against those 2 6-drops, but I think they just got particularly lucky with their draws on there to drawing both of their 6-drops and their lands that they needed to cast them with. But anyway, let's move on and prepare for the next round. Alright, here we are with round number 3, as I have gone into this with 0 wins and 2 losses. I'm on the draw again with both my colours, but nothing until turn 3. Again, it's not great, but I think I keep it. Again, I think I've had the Canyon Crawler maybe in every opening hand at this stage, at this point so far, which is a little bit awkward. Not going to cycle it now. Again, if they've got Quench, so be it. I'm not going to play around it. Feels like they might do. Oh, maybe it's their own cycling into a Soaker, which is something I probably need to kill. Destroy it, yeah. I think I'm gonna Angs this, even though it does hit more stuff. I'll card yourself this commander, and you may look at the top card, you're like, sure. In that situation also, I'm going to use that instead, and it's also sorcery. And I will cycle my Crawler now as I'm missing lands, and I want to get to 6 lands for the Co. Land? It is a land. And again, I guess I just do again pile on the pressure. So I can pay a life, and it only has triggered, and which is pretty good actually. Activate abilities, draw discards. So yeah, it's pretty good. If I'm starting to flood out or something like that, it's quite a nice hit. 4, 5, 6 mana, but whatever they cast, I think I'm. So yeah, it doesn't airbend another target non-land permanent you control, so it doesn't work. It's only on you control. So yeah, unfortunately, I have been like that as well, but again, I guess I will just destroy an attack unless he wants to chump, but I'd rather try and get in for 8, and it's a 2-turn clock. Do I want to exile that? I don't think so actually, because it's not a triggered or activated ability. So I'm just going to keep my Geyser Leaper. And then 1, 2, 3. So, okay, no, I just didn't draw into anything. Yeah, I think my curve was pretty good actually that turn. Got a bit lucky actually drawing into just so much removal. And the opponent only really kind of casting in one creature a turn. So 1-for-1 removal sometimes is actually good enough. So yeah, let's head on into the next one. And glad to got at least one game under the belt already. Lovely. Welcome back. Here we are into round number 4. So 2 losses, 1 win. I'm getting pretty lucky on the dice rolls, I have to say. Nothing until turn 3, but again on the draw I think I keep it. Might have to cycle this Canyon Crawler to try and get a 6th land. Yeah, definitely going to be cycling this now. I think just because I want to guarantee a turn 4. Waterbend Ascension is pretty good, though I've only found it to be good if you've really got a board presence. So if you don't have any creatures, it's not the best, but 1 target card from a graveyard, if it's a creature exile, create a clue, I guess, because I don't have any graveyard recursion. I just exile my Canyon Crawler just to get a clue. Can high bay next turn, sacrifice the clue to draw a card and put a couple of counters on high bay, which is quite nice. Sultai from the opponent. Can't think if there's anything specifically in Sultai colours. Okay. Guess I want to play my high bay into a quench, or do I just want to play an Azula? I think I would rather get this down to scry. Again, I'm not too fussed if it gets counted. I would like another land, so actually that's probably something I'm going to keep. So it'll be interesting if they actually do anything. Okay, so they've gone, well, okay, they're ramping. Okay, interesting. Are they 4 or 5 colours? They are. Maybe they're the Shrines deck. Maybe they've gone full Shrine. Probably want to, again, cast my high bay in this. Sacrifice the clue, draw a card. Oh, does not draw a card when you sacrifice it? I thought, oh, exiles or something. Never mind. My confusion. But anyway, I guess the counters is better than sacrificing a creature. I need to put on the pressure if they've definitely gone with 5 colour shrines, because Even though I've not played against the Shrines deck, I think it can probably take over quite quickly. They got the 1 mana sacrifice removal spell, maybe? Looks like it. Deadly Precision, yeah, that's what I needed in mind, is the Deadly Precisions. Let's put it on the Raven Eagle. Again, I guess I'm going to attack. Get a clue as I don't have any graveyard recursion. And I kind of want to get my flyers down instead. Okay, I haven't actually played a land this turn, so let's see if I can draw a land. If not, then I can play the bat. Aang's Iceberg, I guess I'm just playing a bat. Again, I don't have any more draws, so I can't trigger the eagle, I don't think. Unless I draw some removal for their Earth Kingdom, attack with the eagle, exile it, and then draw that way. Well, I guess I do have Sandbender Storm, so I guess I would need a land to be able to do that. So obviously have they kicked it? Don't know if I think they have actually kicked it, wasn't it? So no, they've not kicked it, because they're just floating mana. They've gone full 5 colour. Lovely. Which shrine have they got now? So they've got the UA. That doesn't have ward. No. Okay. Hey, there's a land. Lovely. So I think I just. Oh no, they've gained a life. So now they've gone to 11. Okay. Well, that's. Oh, it's 4 or greater, so I have to Aang's. Yeah, I have to. Well, I guess I can exile. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I think I just. Well, actually, let me just double check. They block, take 3, 4, 5. 6, no, not quite enough. Yeah, if it was 4 power, I guess I would have got them to. Well, we've only got them to 2 because they gained life. Is it from this they gained life? Or was it from. Oh, it was from the Aang's Journey, was the 2 life, yeah. The Oasis Spirits, they get to draw a card, is it? And get a couple of lands out of their deck. Or is it just 1? Okay. They've got 3 mana. I don't think they played land yet, so 4 into. Okay, well. Their deck looked pretty exciting, I have to say. Like, being able to do the shrines seems really fun, but I guess it can get overrun, I suppose, if you haven't got anything on the board. I'm not sure what the payoff is. Obviously there's that bear in the shrines, maybe that's obviously the kind of the big payoff, but if you've just got the shrines individually, nothing else, maybe they're not particularly good. But yeah, that seems like a very fun deck to play against, also play with. Anyway, we've now got 2 wins, 2 losses. Let's head on into the next one. Righty, here we go. Wow, again, on the play. With an okay looking hand. Again, I guess I'll do Aang's Journey, because I definitely need another swamp. Well, drawn a swamp. Probably still want to at this point. Again, the court official is not really doing too much on this board. Drawing another land there is not great. So hopefully get to draw something else, more action. Azula next turn. Interesting to see what they do in the next case. I've got a 2-3 menace. Do I want to get my Azula down? Or do I want to get a high bay? I think I want to get the Azula down. Just so I can maybe create a clue and then sacrifice that instead of the creature. Though, it doesn't look like she's going to stick around, unfortunately. Yep. Oh dear. Okay, I think I'm going to get the beetle down, then I can sacrifice the official to the Airbender, that'll trigger the beetle, but I think the opponent might have quite a lot of removal. It feels like, well, the Grixis colours is quite heavy in removal. Yeah, I'm not blocking, I'm going to take 2 for sure. This is, again, if they're not using it, then obviously they've got something. Okay, they don't, but I'm not blocking. Another land, oh, this is terrible. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lands. Okay, so they didn't use that, so I guess I'll just attack with both. Don't need to sacrifice anything. Just attack for 10, see how they block. I'm assuming they're going to double block something. Again, that's fine because we will trade. Yeah, feels like we're maybe both flooding out, the opponent and I, though they're getting clues, so they're probably going to start drawing into something. So that's 4 damage a turn. Yep. Yowza. Crazy. That is ridiculous. 4, 5, 5, 8, 9 versus 7. 9 versus 8, maybe they've got another land, but oh dear, this is not how I wanted to end the draft, unfortunately. Well, I think I just do this. Well, actually, I can just exile the swamp thingy. Yeah, lovely. I forgot it was non-land, so that's handy. Let's give them a fleam as well. So yeah, had to be basically Aang's iceberg to be able to attack into there. But again, any removal probably would have been what I was looking for. But I feel like both of us were flooding out there, and I wouldn't say I had the better top deck as they kind of again got their removal, but thankfully one of those cards just happened to be better than what the opponent drew into. Whew, phew. Now let's get another win to get our entry fee back. With our somewhat loose, or I was going to say loose, sacrifice deck. This is clearly a mulligan. Though on the draw, though can be forgiven from the amount of games I did get to play first, but yeah, absolutely. Mulligan, Angst Jenny, probably get rid of the Fatal Fissure, I would say, or even the Azula, but I think I'd rather keep some removal. Oh, that's actually really tough. Like maybe I could just get rid of the Angst Journey. Nah, I think that's probably a bit too risky. Like I want to keep the Fatal Fissure, but it's going to get shuffled back in, so they might have like a really fast curve that I might need to use the Azula. The Azula's always lies kind of thing on them. But, okay, well, still going to do this. They might have the flash. Okay, do you want to get more? Again, I don't really need lots of white, so I'm just going to get another swamp. Then Azula before High Bay, I suppose. Oh, more top entries. Oh, wish I'd bottomed the land now. Sorry, bottomed the Ang's Journey. That would have been probably better. What's this again? When it dies, or it is a lesson you get into, not sure. Oh dear. Yeah. Ah, they might just beat me being on the play here, unfortunately. Wow, another land. Not great. Need to get up to 6 mana, I think, at this point. They might go aggro and barrels, yeah. Take 6. Kind of want to just monkey and then hold up Azula's. Always lies. What a curve. Is that 2, 4, 6? Yeah, this is over, I think. Again, I think I trade. So -1, +1. Well, actually, maybe I... Oh no, it's got death touch, isn't it? So, yeah, I think I take less damage here and just trade away here. Well, that'd be a 3-3, then that would be a 4-3, so it's not like a... Yeah. So I guess I do this because it's not gonna... Unfortunately. Yep. If they've got a punch, it's probably going to be pretty awkward. Wow. The opponent is just all crazy. Just be able to cast literally their whole hand. Ridiculous. Yeah, take 3. I'm not blocking that. Eagle. And then this is whenever another creature you control or land you control is put into your graveyard. Well, let's try and get some board presence. Create a clue. And do I want to attack? Probably not. Like the Water Tribe Rally is the thing that's gonna probably get them out of this at this point. Well, they did hit and they have another Death Toucher. So what I really need is removal. So do I take another hit from 3? Probably at this point, yeah. Like, if I'm blocking, I'm not winning. Or do I chump? Could block, trade, put a counter on the long fang or just the bird. But then I've not got a big block here. That then becomes a 5/5. Yeah, I think I'm... Oddly, I think I'm trading. Then put it on eagle. It's fine. Actually, it's quite a nice one. Guess I'll just cast a 6/6 though. Or do I want to... I kind of like want to keep the high bay for the clues and the food. So I think I actually attack. I don't mind if they get rid of... It's creatures. So yeah, I don't need my creatures, so I'll just get rid of... Just to get clues, really. Like maybe they might see that me getting clues is a way so for some card advantage, but they're... Again, the Water Tribe Rallier for me is the thing I need to kill. So, what have they got? A creature or a land? Or... Sure. So I guess I'm blocking, so block here, take 3/5. Oh, I'm just dead. Nice. Well, unfortunately they had better top decks and their curve was just insane. And I needed some removal. Yeah. Oh well, I wasn't expecting the that top deck from them, so otherwise I guess I shouldn't have attacked, but maybe I should have just kept it back. I didn't need to attack, but kind of felt like I needed to at least do something, otherwise nothing was really kind of going on. But anyway, there's my black white Abzan sacrifice deck. Ko was pretty good there, didn't really get to benefit anything from him from the stuff that he exiled, but just basically a 6-drop 6/6 with an exile is pretty good nonetheless, and probably needed a few extra bits of sacrifice to trigger some things, but all in all, it wasn't too bad. Got 3 wins at least. Anyway, thank you again for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.